Good morning, YouTube. We have something really special for you today. We're going to check out this 456M GT Scaglietti. This is the Schumacher edition, which I'm sure all of you know about this thing, right? Well, I didn't know about it.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dan, and we are actually in Ohio, and we are checking out this beautiful 456, and it is super rare, and we don't know the exact numbers. We're going to try and find the right numbers, but we think it was either 16 or 13 or 30, somewhere less than 30 of these were made total. We're not exactly sure the numbers. We've heard that there's only 3 in the US in manual, and this is one of them. So yes, it has the beautiful gated 6 shifter. It also has the V12 front engine design, and this is a 4-seater. But it has a couple of really interesting, unique things because it is the Michael Schumacher edition. So we'll show you the special characteristics that make it the ultra rare edition, which I was laughing because, like I said, I've never heard of this car. I literally never heard about it. And when the owner called me and talked to me about it, I was like, this is a real thing? Well, yep, it is a real thing. This is the Michael Schumacher edition 456M GT. So let's take a look at it. So before we get into the car, right off the bat, there is a very defining characteristic of these Schumacher edition 356s, which is that they have a 2-tone paint. So this one is in Grigio Scaglietti and Grigio Nuvolari, which I actually had to look up how to pronounce that, so hopefully I got it right. But it is a really unique design. You don't see any of these 356s with this 2-tone roof. It's actual paint. So yes, this is not a wrap. This is factory paint. And it is in remarkable condition. The paint is absolutely beautiful on this car. A very nice deep metallic. So out in the sunlight, well, you can't see it too well. We got some reflections because it's kind of a cloudy day, but yeah, you can see there's a lot of metallic flake in this paint. So there's a few other interesting things that they did different than the regular 356s on these cars, including these cross-drilled brakes from Brembo. They also added a carbon fiber hood. Yes, so this entire hood is carbon fiber. So that obviously saves a ton of weight on this car. And speaking of weight, this car actually is lighter than you'd expect. So it is only 3,700 pounds, which is surprisingly light for a four-seater Grand Touring car. Well, as is with tradition with most Ferraris, the battery is dead.
Ferrari in its natural habitat.
Ferrari in its natural habitat. Dead battery. Especially when you're trying to film it. It's like, nope, I don't want to participate today. Well, we got the hood open. Here's that glorious V12 Ferrari engine. So this is a 5.5 liter, putting out 435 horsepower, about 400 foot-pounds of torque. Red line's around 7,500 RPMs. And of course, this one is the older style engine, so it still has the timing belts. But the good news about these ones, you don't actually have to remove the engine because you can just pull out the radiator, and then your timing belts are literally right there. So much, much easier, much, much cheaper, and way less labor to actually maintain these cars than it is on some of the mid-engine V8 cars like the 355. So once you have the hood popped open, you can actually see there is the carbon fiber weave. So yeah, this whole hood is one solid piece of carbon fiber. I have no idea how much these cost, but I definitely think you don't want to damage one of these. It probably would total the car. Oh, look at it. We have a volunteer to sit in the back seat. I don't have to crawl in today. The question is, can you put the seat back though? All right, here comes the movement of death. Oh, can a real human fit in there in front of you? Let's find out. Adam's gonna try and sit. Oh, your knees are pretty much on the dash. Well, all right, so two adults is a no.
Too close? Never too close.
So there you go, you do have back seats. Not really adult friendly. On the seats, on the front seats, you actually have the Michael Schumacher logo embossed in the headrest on both sides. Of course, in the rear, you do have the traditional Ferrari Cavallino. On this one, it's specced out with these gray with red stitching. It actually looks really kind of pretty. One thing I noticed that I was kind of looking around is there is actually a rear vent in the door for the rear passenger. That's kind of cool. Also up here on the dashboard, we have Michael Schumacher's signature because heck yeah. So this particular example, inside we have, of course, the beautiful gated shifter, which we were discussing how this shifter compared to like the Mondial over there is a much shorter throw. So when I put in the clutch and give it, oh yeah, that's really nice. It feels really good. Got the, of course, that nice click. There you go. Oh yeah, that's a glorious sound right there. As is kind of tradition with most of these Ferraris as they age, some of the leather is wrinkling and starting to pull up on the front of the dash, and it's pulling in the back a little bit. You can even see a little bit of headliner sag right here. So this is probably separating from the foam. So there is actually a layer of glue, a layer of foam, and then this leather piece. And so what happens is the foam separates and then it starts to sag. So this could easily be repaired and reattached to the ceiling. It's doing it also again right above my head. So this side is doing that as well. So basically the interior needs some love. The sticky buttons were partially taken care of. So some of the stickiness is removed off of these buttons, but like this trim piece right here, yeah, nice and reasonably sticky. It's not like full on goop, so I'm not actually like getting it on my hands, but that's sticky. This is actually fairly clean, but these buttons, the switches themselves are taken care of, but the outside surrounding area, ooh, yeah, right there, that's really needs some love right there. Definitely sticky right there. These vents have stickiness as well, but these are all really, really common problems with these Ferraris. Even the center right here has a bit of the stickiness, but other than that, we only have 16,000 miles on the clock, 16,073 miles. We're gonna put a few more on it in just a few minutes once we get the battery charged up and get this thing running. There, the leather is pulling again. So other than that though, the seats are extremely comfortable, very, very comfortable seats. The seating position is very nice. Ultimately, the big thing that I wanna know is how do these older front engine V12 Ferraris with the manual drive? So I can tell you just sitting here right now, the clutch feels a little bit heavy. It's not super heavy, but it's definitely got a little bit of stiffness. You know, you would not want to get stuck in traffic for very long. Everything else feels pretty good. The driving position is pretty good. My feet are maybe just slightly skewed to the right, but not bad. Not bad compared to some of these older Ferraris. I'm sure if I sat in the Mondial, my feet would be way over to the right, be much less comfortable. Just barely made it. Ah, yeah. It's so deep. It's a very, very deep engine. That right there makes it worth it. Ooh, clutch engagement's really good. Oh, the gating. Oh, it's glorious. The pedals are super tight on my feet. Oh, it's so nice.
This is such a smooth car, too.
I know, it rides really, really good. It brakes really smooth. The clutch is comfortable. Ride quality is really good. This is actually quite nice. All right, let's see what she can do. She's warmed up? Yes. There we go. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That's a lot of power. It's smooth.
Yes.
It's a totally linear power band. Like it just gets more and more and more and more and more. Wow. I like that.
That was insane.
It's like the power band is like 4,000 and above. It really needs to wind out to start pulling hard. Yeah, I wish the steering was a little bit tighter. It'd be a little bit more fun to really kind of go at it. You got the Ferrari horn. Oh my gosh. Alright, here we go. We'll do another little power run. Alright, ready? Wow.
I can't believe how linear it is.
Yeah, it just rolls on and keeps going. Oh my gosh, this car is great.
You know, love those early 90s warning
Dude, the
tones.
warning bells are horrible. Listen to that. It's like, ah, we're dying. Ah.
This is
And first time in a gated car.
yes.
First V12.
Yes.
Holy crap.
It really is 4,000 RPMs.
Yeah, 4,000 it comes alive.
Yeah.
Before 4,000 it's a little bit sluggish, but then also it just wakes up.
I wonder if that's like the variable
No, I don't think they had it.
Oh, it does have it?
This predates that. But that's pretty awesome, though.
It is.
Like, it gets up there faster than you think. It's a beautiful thing. Whoa! This is a great car.
It is. This
This
is
is a fun-
amazing. And
I-
it's so comfortable.
It is. Oh, you could go on a road trip in this like
Oh,
it's
for sure.
nothing.
For sure. Absolutely.
I would so much rather be on this in a road trip than
The 458?
458. Yeah, it's way more comfortable. Oh my gosh.
But the shifting is smooth too.
Yeah, the shifting is really nice. You gotta love that gated shifter. Clutch pedal's nice.
It's
It's not
stiff.
It's stiff, but it's not bad. Dude,
This thing is fast.
it starts to push you in the seat and then hit 4,000 and it really pins you in the seat. Whoa! Holy shit.
First Ferrari I've ever driven, but it's the first Ferrari to make me smile like this.
That's because of the gating. The gating is epic. That is so fun.
Did you hear what that Porsche guy said?
I told him in there.
That is.
Pretend you like it.
I don't have to pretend. It's fun. Oh my gosh. It's kind of dead until 4,000,
Yeah, oh yeah.
and then all of a sudden 4,000 it pins you back in the seat and it just like throws you. Yeah. It's great. It's pretty comfy, huh?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's a click.
Click.
You say, "Oh, it's so different."
It's
It
totally
was so
different.
surprising to you
It's
after driving so
completely-
many things.
Yeah, I mean it's funny because it's a totally different experience in this Ferrari than other Ferraris.
I
Like
think-
it's not gonna wow you with its handling,
Mhm.
but its power is really impressive and the comfort is outrageous. Like it is just so smooth.
And without being in one, all I think is it's going to be, I need a little button-down cap, and I'm just cruising through
Right, right.
town, and and it's not going to be exciting or sound good. But, oh, that's fun.
It sounds great. It does. Is that nice?
Yes.
Just pleasant. You came around the car, you're like almost in my seat.
What was that nosedive it did
Yeah.
there when I turned?
Nosedive and body rolls.
I think the front sway bar's unhooked.
Like I said, the handling leaves a lot to be desired.
This is
but-
not the Southern Indiana Country Road Cruiser.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at
Bonsai
the
Road.
roll
Oh
on
my
it.
gosh.
The roll is terrible.
What am I driving? A Crown Victoria?
But then when you go, it's just it's good. It's so good.
There's any long nose. You know,
No.
in your head,
Your
I think
visibility is
it's
great.
yes, I think it's going to look
Alright.
like a long nose that you can't see where it's at.
Yep.
But it slants down so much.
Yeah, you
see
got great visibility for big nose.
This does not feel like a big car.
Nope.
It's just one even pull. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. Oh yes, this seat would last a while. Cruise all day. I'm not gonna trust that guy's turn signal
No,
in
not this.
another guy's Ferrari.
Someone else's car, not so much. Here we go. Yeah, so this one's pretty quick. It's squeak. Right? It's got
Oh,
great
my.
power.
It's just like me. I haven't driven one, and when you get more people shopping or looking at these, wow, these and 599 manuals
I
could
know.
really,
It's a lot of
really
fun.
stay popular.
Yeah.
Because driving this, I have no desire to see how fast I can go through the country. You just want to drive and shift and
Roll through
listen.
the gears. Yeah.
You're not trying to race. You just want to drive. Oh, that's
What
a lot of fun for the
car.
money.
Yeah. I mean, look at the smiles. Our smiles are huge right now.
Because it's so different. You're
Yeah.
not trying to be Mr. Competitive. You're
No.
not trying to bonsai run. You just smooth. You get to feel that pull, sound, and you get to shift. Oh my. I don't know why these would ever drop below some certain value they're at now. Goodness
They
sakes.
got they're at the current pricing. They're crazy, especially for that.
Mm-hmm.
For the gated shifter, it's insane.
Mm-hmm.
This is so much car for the money, and the maintenance is not ridiculous because you don't have to pull the engine.
Right. Instead of like if I think of an extra car that I can drive more and want a manual,
Next right.
you start to think, why would you not do this instead of a 355?
Yeah.
You know, you got the power, you got the comfort, you get to shift just like it. You still get some good sound.
Oh, the sound of the engine is awesome.
It's still torquey. It doesn't have
Yeah.
to rev. Oh yeah, it's smooth as butter. Click, click.
I love this thing. Oh my gosh, look at that. Adam's complimenting it. Hold on, you gotta put on the microphone for that. I gotta hear this.
Okay, YouTube. I drove it. It is amazing. It is incredibly comfortable. I've driven other Ferraris before I drove this, but none of them have made me smile like this Ferrari did. So, not bad, Enzo
Yeah.
or, Maranello.
And if
You
you
did
weren't
good.
buying the crazy rare one, it would be a screaming deal.
Yeah, it would be a
Like-
good driver's car.
And even at
yeah.
this crazy rare thing, you've got a collectible, fun car.
Yeah.
It's insane. I mean, my expectations, full disclosure, my expectations were low because of the 456. The 456 does not have a good reputation. It's like, it's unloved. And look at this smile. Like, we can't stop smiling. Look at it. All of us are just smiling.
I just stand here and think about that for the money and get to listen and shift gears. You automatically just think, yeah, get in and drive 3 hours. It sounds great.
No, this is the type of car where I'd want to like go do like normal things and have fun doing normal things. Like I'm gonna go get groceries, but I'm gonna have a really fun time getting groceries
And be incredibly comfortable while you're doing it,
Right.
too. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I can't get over. I guess
the
because
ride quality is so good.
everybody talks about
So
how
good.
Ferraris are rattle boxes and everything like that, but I mean,
There's not a squeak.
Nothing's clanking.
yeah, it was
All
so
you heard was the
smooth.
click click and the engine.
The seat itself,
Oh my gosh.
the material.
I just realized we haven't even looked
cushioning.
at the trunk.
Yeah, I was about to say.
We need to check out the.
I don't know who's in there, but
There's 3 dead bodies in here.
Oh yeah. Oh look at that. It's actually a pretty good sized trunk.
You could get groceries in that for sure.
Yeah.
Does it have the flashlight? That's the question.
Oh, it's probably in the toolbox, right?
It's a CNC.
It should be.
It's around somewhere.
Oh yeah, and we got the glove box. I never checked the glove box either. Jeez. Man, let's see what's in here. Oh, there you go. Look at. Yeah, got the books and everything right there.
When I get in the 458, my IQ drops 100 points, and I'm looking for the checkered flag. And
Right.
The whole time in this, just smiling, not worried about how fast you're going.
I could see like going on a long drive and just enjoying some back roads. Shift. You want a road that's got a lot of stop signs, and then just row through the gears every single time you come to a stop. You know, wind it up to 7,000, hear that glorious sound, and then click, click, and then, I really like this car. I like
My
it.
wife even likes this one.
Yeah, it's so
I kinda
comfy.
like this one. We went on a road trip in it.
Oh yeah.
Comfortable.
Right.
Well, I think I'll wrap it up here with some giant smiles. So obviously we hated this car, and no one wants to buy it. Devalue it. We're devaluing this car. Oh my gosh. Anyway, there's a reasonable possibility that this car is for sale. So if you're interested in it, send me an email. I can get you in touch with the owner, and we can maybe see if it's within the price range of what we think this thing is worth. So the hard part about valuing this particular car is not a single version of this car, the Schumacher Edition, has sold, as far as we know, within like 8 to 10 years. So that kind of makes it really hard to place a value on this car. We know what 456M GTs in the manuals are selling for, and they're probably in the north of 100 to 150 range at this point in the manuals for good examples. Obviously, this is quite a bit different than that. There are 3 in the US that we know of, and we know there's definitely 30 or less worldwide. Probably we think less than 18 or 16. Was it 18?
18.
18 is the number we've heard. We've also heard that only 8 made their way into the US, and again, 3 in manual. So anyway you dice it, this is a rare bird, something most Ferrari people have never even heard of. I included. I have never heard of this car, and I'm so glad I have now, and I've had a chance to drive it. So anyway, you guys need to go check out normalguysupercar.com. If you need any parts or accessories for your supercars, use the code NGS10, it knocks off 10%. Go check out the Garage Queen if you're looking to buy or sell a car. And of course, we now have Gated 6 conversions. Go check out gated6.com. Those are all the companies that we bring to you to enjoy these amazing cars. You guys are amazing. We're going to be doing a lot more car stuff, so you're going to want to stay tuned.
It's going to be sweet.
I don't even have to say it anymore. It was sweet.
It was.
This was sweet.